and the agitation to come out from Nigeria?
They are very unrealistic boys. They are not. IPOC, to me, is not pursuing the right thing. When this war was fought, I told the IPOC leader, he was not born at the time.
You don't meet Nnamdi Kanu before?
I've never met him, but I've challenged him, and he has also challenged me that I was a slave of the North. That's why he branded me. I told him, he has a good fight, that we are being neglected. The youth of the East have been neglected. The people of the East have been neglected. They have only 5 seats, whereas other regions have 6. One, in fact, had 7. Based on what? Nobody knows. So for every appointment that is being made in this country, the Igbos actually change. If you are distributing universities per state, they will have 5 states, 5 universities. South will have 6. Southwest will have 6. Northwest will have 7. But the Igbos formed the 3rd leg of this country when this country was created. So they had a good fight, they have a good problem. They complain, but not the way they are going about it.
So you don't think, say, the South, they part of that map? Because this is something we talk over and over again.
Those are useless.
Say if they come out,
what is it?
Delta, they part of Biafra.
How can Delta be part of Biafra? In what way? Is Biafra older than Delta? Are they bigger than Delta? How can River State become part of Biafra? No, or Akwa Ibom. They are dreaming, thinking about the eastern region of those days, of pre-independent, the time states were created. So, he's a young man. But let me say this before I finish about IPOC. I hope the federal government will give him a fair and decent trial, open trial. Because I do not understand up to today how the federal government got me back into Nigeria. We remember the days of Omar Diko, when he was being created in a big box to be kidnapped to Nigeria. I don't know how this young man was brought back to Nigeria. There are legitimate ways of doing it, legal ways of doing it, by extradition. Where he is, there will be court session to determine whether he committed a political offense or a criminal offense. That will determine whether it will be brought back or not. I do not think these were followed. And I think that the Kenyan government has a duty to tell us, is this boy lying? Was he in Kenya for 8 days with British passport?
But the Kenyan government don't deny, say they know.
No. The man said, I was abducted from Kenya. The man who was saying they were playing politics. During the trial, we will now hear this. Kanu should be made to make a statement to the public. But I do not agree with him, the way he's fighting the fight. You are just killing your people. You must listen to people. must belong to a different society. That's the way I disagree with you.
Yeah, President Muhammadu Buhari talked for one recent interview, say he get assurance from the elders from the South and also the youth, say South don't get any intention to talk about separation from Nigeria. You be one of those elders we believe in no separation.
I'm not a question of being an elder. I'm the leader of the Jaws. The INC he was referring to, the Jaws National Congress, where the president led his newly elected executive to. I am the chairman of the board of trustees of that organization. The judge did not give Buhari any assurance. All they were saying is that we are part of this country. We are not breaking away from Nigeria. We are part of this country. We have no reason to secede, provided we will belong to a country where all of us are equal. Provided our area will be developed. Provided we will be allowed to participate in the oil industry in our home. This is what they said. So to quote them out of context is unfair and unpatriotic.
So, Chief, you the talk say make we not rule out in the nearest future South also coming up with a position say then they marginalized and they won't come out.
We are not saying that. Who owns this country? Come out for who? Who owns this country? That I should now pack and go to where? We will fight for our rights here. And we are saying that they should mind their ways of doing things. When we got to the stage of taking our destiny into our own hands, you will know what we want, what we will do.
Yeah, and Chief, recently, just because you mentioned the fight to produce a president from the South then, and that is something where the Southern governors don't again talk about and don't decide for recent meeting where they do. They talk about how the next president of Nigeria is supposed to come from the South. You agree with that, their decision?
Oh, yes. Listen, this country we are, now we all get more. Not be one person, not one group of people. When Lugard signed an agreement, bring us together in 1914, he did not say that the North should be senior partner of that amalgamation. The South should be the junior partner. Or the North should be the husband. And the South should be the wife. There was nothing like that. It was an equal agreement that you are all equal. Come together. That's what happened. But we knew that the British government at that time, and I'm happy that the BBC, were helping the Northerners to dominate the South. And that's where we find ourselves today. But we have been telling them, this cannot continue forever. The first prime minister we have in this country, equivalent to Mr. President, was Alhaji Tafawa Balewa from Bauchi State, Northeast. So when the Northeast people came recently that they have not produced a president of this country, it's a lie.
Okay, Chief, you've clearly stated.
So now what we are saying,
that it should come back to the South.
It should go to the South now that Buhari has ruled for 8 years.
And his administration is
in 2023.
Okay, Chief. So let's talk about something else where the Southern governors also talk about from waiting happen for the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Reps on the PIB bill. But the Southern governors reject the 3% revenue for host communities where they produce oil. Say no, they enough, so 5% they want. You support their decision?
Well, 100%. I support their decision. Even when they said they were ready to accept 5%, I disagree with them. We want 10%. 10% equity of the allocation, equity shares of the company. We want to be part of the oil industry. The northerners who are today having all the oil blocks, who are the owners of the oil industry, who maintain, control it, they don't produce any oil. Not a pint of oil. They don't. Most of them who benefit from this oil, they don't know what crude oil looks like. For the people